What is going on, guys? It is G-Dog back with another video. I thought it'd be fitting if we review one particular movie that, to tell you the truth, I have hated ever since it came out. When I saw this in theaters, I couldn't stand it. I thought it was boring and unoriginal and just another Disney princess story. But, ladies and gentlemen, today, this is the review. I've changed my mind. Anyway, today, this is the review of Disney's, Frozen. As you all know, Frozen 2 is coming out next year. Except for that Wreck-It Ralph 2 after credit scene where they trolled us, but that's not what we're here about. We're here to talk about what does this movie do right and what does this movie do wrong. Well, let's talk about it. First, what this movie does right is, let me adjust my seat. What this movie does right, it does have really good animation, especially for something that came out in 2013. And another thing it does have right, It has a good cast. The cast of this movie is very good. And, if you can recall, it has cool characters and all, although we will get to their problems later on. And so, what is the main thing I really love about this movie? Well, it's the fact how, I don't know, it has memorable songs that sometimes get stuck in your head. And, I don't know, that's pretty much it. I sound really weird. The point is, I feel like this movie is a hit or miss. Kids will absolutely love this film, but adults, give it a chance. I don't know. The only thing I can say that is relatively amazing about this is the animation and some of the voice acting. Voice acting is fantastic, although sometimes it is very weird and very noticeable. And sometimes, I'm trying to set my music that it stays on throughout the entire video. There we go. Anyway, with my point being said, this movie is just good. It's nothing spectacular, but it's nothing god-awful in any way possible. And, like I said, the only thing I can think about that is amazing is the animation and the voice casting. And the songs are very memorable, and they get stuck in your head. One thing I have to talk about are two of the main characters, Elsa and Anna. Anna's the princess with the white strip of hair, and Elsa is the one with powers. I think everybody knows that. What do I need to talk about? One is definitely a lot more likable than the other. Which one am I talking about? I'm talking about Anna. Anna is a lot more likable than Elsa, mostly because she knows what she's doing. She tries to do everything in her power, to try to help Elsa. And Elsa just returns it in general by saying, no, we can never talk to each other. And it's not really that fun to watch. I mean, you see that it doesn't really work when you're watching them just, arguing with each other. They come back down to Arendelle. They're like, no, I don't want to hurt anybody. And it's not very interesting to watch, because she should just listen to her. Elsa should listen to Anna for once. Because she spent almost, if I'm correct, since she was 8 all the way to 21, she spent 13 years in a room not talking to her sister. And that's just ridiculous. And, but like I said, they're both likable characters. I'm just saying one is more likable than the other. What else do we have? We have the character Kristoff. Kristoff is just there to have Anna's romantic lead, which I will get into later, but who knows? Did my music stop? No. I thought it stopped for a second. Anyway, like I said, the romantic lead, Kristoff, he's funny and all. He has a reindeer which he talks to, and he talks for, which is kind of weird. And then again, a lot of people think he was crazy. My neck hurts. I don't know what that is. I'm messing up. I don't even know what I need to do. I don't know what I'm also talking about. Olaf, played by Josh Gad. Gad is his name? Or Josh Glad? I have no idea. But Josh, whatever his name is, Gad, Glad, whatever, plays Olaf, the snowman who talks during the movie. He can sometimes be annoying, but there are some moments where he is funny. Especially when he's telling Anna that Kristoff is crazy, I'll distract him while you run. That one did make me laugh a lot. What else? Also, I think Sven, the reindeer, he's probably steals the entire show, and he even steals, most of the funnier lines that Kristoff has. And those two, even have, actually, now that I think about it, Anna and Kristoff have good chemistry, and Sven and Kristoff have good chemistry, and that's kind of weird because I don't know if I'd be saying that. What do I think goes wrong? Now we're going on to the negatives with this film. Well, number one, the negative is first negative is while the setting is very good, it is weird how it's that easily, it could just easily be turned into snow. Literally, she runs across the lake. She knows that it's gonna turn to ice, but yet she doesn't think but later on she still thinks that it's summer. She still thinks that, that go back down and open up the gates. It's summer. You should have fun. Do you not realize you never looked back to see that the ice covered the entire lake, whatever, river, ocean, whatever. Anyway, what is the biggest problem with this film? The twist villain. I gotta turn this down for a bit. The twist villain is the biggest problem with this film. Why? Well, because that is Hans. Prince Hans of the Southern Isles. This twist villain just does not work. He doesn't work. He was thrown in at the last 15 minutes, and it makes no sense for him to be a villain. Although I do understand his motivations. He can't be king where he's from, so he can be king in this new place. So, yeah, his character just didn't work. Although I didn't see it coming, that's probably because there was no build-up for him to be a villain. He goes to kiss with Anna, and boom, he's like, if only there was someone out there who loved you. And I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. This was I feel like Disney threw this in at the last minute because they had to have a twist villain. They gotta have a villain. They should have had one character in particular, the Duke of Weselton. They should have had him as the villain. He's constantly saying, like, make sure to take out the queen. She must be stopped. She's a monster. She has black magic and stuff. I just don't understand it. Why did they make him the villain? Instead, they opted to go for the man who has no chemistry with Anna, except for the song called Love is Open Doors. Don't know. But that's the only thing that they have worth chemistry-wise. But, yeah, yeah, his villain thing just doesn't work. There's literally a scene where he tells Anna, I've already gotten away with this, there's no need to worry. He hasn't gotten away with anything. He still needs to kill Anna in order to kill Elsa, and he says all that's left is to bring back Summer by killing Elsa. How do you know that's gonna bring back Summer? You don't even know how her powers work. Nobody knows how their powers work. Hell, even Disney doesn't know about how their powers work. They just said, nah, it's a movie, no one's gonna really care. But I kind of do, because, she does bring it back later on, and he gets what he deserves, but this was a last-minute throw-in, because Disney wanted to have a villain. They literally threw this in at the last minute. If I looked, and it was literally 15 minutes, and then the movie was going to end. And I'm like, you really had to throw this in. Like, he had only one good song of chemistry with Anna, and they're like, oh, everyone's going to think that they're together, and like, oh, no, they're not. Literally. And plus, isn't it ironic how Kristoff is like miles away, and he waits for this perfect time to strike? Really. Like I said, his plan doesn't work. He says, he lets Anna there to die, and he thinks that, if she's dead, then, we've killed Elsa and Summer's back. Just because you kill Elsa doesn't mean that Summer's gonna get back. It makes absolutely no sense, and his plan is awful. And even because of this character, Olaf actually has importance to the story, and that kind of makes me pissed off, because I'm like, out of all people who went into that room, Olaf, how do you even know, I'm messing up my own words. How did he even know how to use the door thing? How does his carrot even fit into the keyhole? Who knows? And isn't it weird? Isn't it kind of convenient how it's a door that locks from the outside, not the inside? That's kind of horrible designing. Anyway, that's all I got to say for this movie. What do I think about it? Is it good? Is it bad? I kind of think it's good. It's a good film. Kids will absolutely love it. Adults will have some things that they will enjoy. But although, take it for granted, and it's not like I said, it's not the best movie you'll ever see. And even though it is good, like I said, it has a really bad twist villain. This place is, everyone doesn't know about they don't know what to do for snow. They just make everyone dress up warm and hide in their own homes. You gotta do more than that. What about the food and everything? I never mentioned that. But yeah, Hans is probably the worst twist villain anyone at Disney's ever done, because Pixar's been doing it, and they're like, hey, why don't we try doing it? The one before, King Candy, Wreck-It Ralph, worked. This one did not. And after that, I don't think the twisted villain thing started working for Disney. And, but that's probably the biggest problem I have with the film. The villain. I hate calling him a villain because he's thrown in at the last minute. So, ladies and gentlemen, sorry about that. I had to run downstairs to get something to eat. Anyway, like I said, the biggest problem is the twist villain, Hans. Not a good twist villain. Kind of, didn't see it coming, but that's probably because there was no build up to him being a villain. And the thing I ate that was spicy, well, that's spice. But anyway, I personally, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm personally going to give Frozen a 7.1 out of 10. Kids will love it, adults will have a couple of things to enjoy, but if you want a really good Disney princess movie, there are others that will fill your head for like an hour and a half. This one's an hour and 42 minutes, and there's no point. Anyway, that is my review of Disney's Frozen. If you guys want to see me do any reviews of a recent movie, just comment down below what you want me to review next. And make sure to like this video, comment whatever you want, and subscribe to my channel. Make sure to hit the notification icon so that you will be notified whenever a new video comes out, whenever a new content comes out. And I'll make sure to subscribe to my channel for more great content like the one you just watched. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.